the topic of Sri Radha and Her Manjaris, based on the teachings of Prabhodananda Saraswatipad in Radha Ras Sudhanidhi, and we discussed verse 81 yesterday with the commentaries of Radha Ras Babaji Maharaj. And the verse was about, it was a glorification of the great devotees, those great Raga Bhaktas that have given up the path of karma and Bhagavad Dharma in the form of Vaidhi sadhana to intensely to aspire for the what is called Ascharya Gatim, means the astonishing goal, the astonishing achievement of to attain the sweet love of Radharani. And he glorifies Radharani as being very, very beautiful, very sweet, very effulgent. And so that's basically the verse. I'll read a second translation. I have here. Verse 81. This translation by a Prabhupada disciple, Radha Ras Sudhanidhi from America. He has publishes books under the name Nectar Books. It says, the most fantastic bodily effulgence of Radhika, brimming full of astounding adolescent sweetness. Radharani is swelling up with exhilarating prema beyond the extreme. Those devotees who constantly meditate on this Radharani with fixed intelligence, deeply absorbed after having given up all fruitive activities, as well as the mental attractions of such ideas, and not even caring for religious devotion to God whatsoever, having achieved the goal flowing with luscious liquid mellows, which is simply an amazing wonder for everyone else. Offer my respectful obeisance unto those great souls. Very flowery English translation, but it's nice. He's a poet and a musician devotee, so he has that flair. So we'll go to the next verse, which I think is here. Verse 90 of Radha Ras Sudhanidhi. Is this loud enough? You can hear it. Vilapanga Tarangater Eva Daisho Nilotpala Shamala Dolayat Kanakadri Mandalam Eva Yoma Stanais Tanvatim Utpala Stala Pankajam Eva Brubam Rase Pade Nyasta Shiradam Anudavatam Brajagishwarinam Gatam Bhavaye. Translation. This verse describes a meditation. What do we meditate on? We meditate on the vision and the lila of how the Braja Gopis run to the Rasa dance. It's called Abhisar, love journey, to meet Krishna on the banks of Yamuna. Like last night was Maharaj dance. So the Gopis were running, and what they look like is being described in this verse. How the Braja Gopis are running to the Rasa dance. Translation. I meditate on the young adolescent girls of Brajagishwari Nam, that run after Sri Radha. Sri Radharani is leading the group. She's the most anxious and eager, enthusiastic to meet Krishna, so no one can keep up with her. The waves, so this describes the eye glances of the gopis. The waves of their playful glances paint all the directions, a dark blue color like blue lotus flowers. And the circular reflections cast by their swaying breaths beautify the sky like golden mountains. And the steps of their feet make the whole ground where the Rasa Lila takes place appear like blooming lotuses. In other words, the gopis have lotus feet, so wherever they step, it's like the stepping of lotuses. So when you see the ground of the Rasa Stali, you may think it's the feet of some girls, but it's, in the eyes of the poet, it's red lotus flowers. Poets see the world differently. Musicians see the world differently. Hear the world differently. Artists see the world differently. And they convey that in their songs and their poetry and their paintings. So he's seeing that these aren't feet, these are lotuses, and these are bloom. Their feet are dancing and moving on the sand on the bank of the Yamuna, the Rasa Stali, and those are appearing as those blue, red lotuses are appearing like the blossoming red lotus flowers. So we'll look at some of the words of this verse just to appreciate the Sanskrit that's been compiled here. The melody, or let's say this chandas, the poetic meter of this verse, is the same as Srinivasacharya's Goswami Astakam. Lila Panga Trangatari Vadisho, Lila Pala Shamala, it goes like this. Dola Yat Kanakadri Bandalamiva, Vyoma Stanaistanvatim. It goes like that. So first it says Lila Panga Taranga. Very beautiful rhyming and poetic Sanskrit. Lila Panga Taranga. That the anga means glances and lila means playful. There's one thing to look around here and there, but it's another way to look around playfully. Have play, and your eyes are full of play. What kind of play? Rati Keli, Shringarati, Rasa, all dancing play, and enjoying with Krishna, serving Krishna play. So this is their eyes are playful, and they're like waves. And it says they're Nilapala Shamala. So it doubly emphasizes the position and description of the eyes of the gopis. The eyes of the gopis are moving like waves, Taranga. And we say Taranga, Taranga means waves. And they're washing, the waves of the eyes of the gopis glancing here and there are washing the landscape, are casting and washing the landscape of Vrindavan from Varsana to the Rasa Stali with rows and rows of blue lotus flowers. So their Shamala eyes are casting blue lotus flower glances. So it's interesting that the color of her eyes is described as Shamala. Shamala, of course, is named for Krishna, and their eyes are the same color as Krishna. So we can guess they have the eyes are the same color as Krishna because they're always looking at Krishna. Just like sometimes the coward boys would joke with Krishna and say, your brother's white. Of course, he has a different mother and father, so that may account for it. The brother of Balaram is Rohini and Vasudeva in Mathura. And so he's white, they're golden, he's golden, they're golden white. So Krishna's black, so the cowboy said, how you became black? He said, Balaram was born at noon. I was born at midnight. There was no moon. Yeah, there was no moon, so I came out black. Balaram came out in the midday when the moon was full potency, so it came out white. Oh, that's a good scientific explanation. But the real fact is, why is Krishna blue? That's a good question. What's the answer? What she said again here? What she said?
Someone I heard that the deep blue is the color of deepest love.
Yeah, that's written also. Shringarati, the color of Shringarati is ocean blue, very dark blue, like the ocean. The ocean, Atlantic Ocean infinitely deep and vast and wide and inconceivable and also mystical and a little scary because it's so deep you don't know what's inside there. Hammerhead sharks or stingrays or anything. You go look at the water, it looks friendly. But you go inside the water, you may find your death. Oh, it's a nice blue ocean. And underneath the water is a killer whale waiting for a nice Croatian pakora. So you're waiting for you to dive in that beautiful blue water. Then you'll dive in his belly. So Radha Krishna Gandhi Shiva Varuga Goswamipad and Bhakti Rasrita Sindhu both explain that the color of Yashoda's body is Shamala Rang. And occasionally, rarely, but occasionally I see an authentic painting. I saw one painting by some Russian artist from ISKCON. The painting of painting Yashoda dark blue in color. Like monsoon blue, like Krishna. Gray, not really dark blue, kind of grayish blue. Very nice, very beautiful. So Krishna's blue because his mother's blue. That's a side point. So the gopis' eyes are blue, and when they look at each other, when they look at the gopis are always talking, girls are talking, looking at each other. What are they thinking when they look in the eyes? Krishna. So they may start to talk off-topic stuff, and then they look at the gopis. Oh, Krishna. Krishna. They see your eyes, see the other gopis' eyes. And I say, I have to bring this back to Krishna. I have to stop talking about Vivaksha Sakhis and complaining about my rivals and stuff. Let's talk about Krishna. So then it talks about their footsteps, Utpala Stala Pankajam. Their footsteps are blossoming in the Lila Stali of Vrindavan. Their pankaja, their lotus feet, and Rasapada Nyase. So the Rasapada Nyasta, what does that mean? They're placing their rasa-filled feet. How do Krishna's feet get full of rasa? If you want to charge up something, you have to plug it in, right? You have an electric car, you have to plug in the wire and charge your batteries. So Krishna, to get charged up with Ras, you have to touch the Rasa Padanyasta. You have to place his head at the feet of Radharani. So when Radharani puts her feet on Krishna's head, then he gets charged up with Madhurya Ras. Madhurya Ras, Mahabhav comes out of her forehead, enters his feet, and he washes the needle and gets to the top and he unplugs it. takes him off his forehead. What are you saying out there? Come here, come inside. No, wait, you're not. Just come right here, just sit here. Just plug yourself right down the middle. Here I am. Yeah, right. Welcome. So that's, and then Radha Anudavatam. This word Anudavatam, Shiradam Anudavatim, Brajikisharanam, Gatam, Vavaye. So it says the Radharani is Anudavatam, running. Shiradam Davatam. Radharani is running. So just see, that's how we should go for service. We should run for service. Just running, I'm running. So this word Madhav. You ever heard Radha Madhav? Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari. So Madhav is the name for Krishna. It's also generally in Sanskrit dictionary, it says Madhav is the name of the husband of the goddess of fortune. The husband of Lakshmi Devi is Madhav, which we Vishnu or Narayan. But there's a Rasic explanation of Madhav. Dava, the Dava part of Madhav means to run. Dava, D-H-A-V-A, Dava means to run. and me means to run to mine. It means to run to me. Run to me, run to mine. So who is Krishna running to? He's running to mine. Who is his? Radharani. So Madan means one who runs to Krishna. Dava means running, and Ma means me. Means Mam also means Mamata Bhav. Mamata Bhav means my possession. I'm running to my possession. Because love is an obsession and love is a possession. And love is a confession. And love is a succession of fights and makeups. Right? So this is Madhav. Radham Anudavatim. So let's see what's going on with this purport here. There's Ananda Babaji describes the Leela in the purport, which we'll try to extract here. It's scattered throughout 3 pages. 2 pages. 3 pages. That's here's one. Okay. Okay, yeah, here it goes. Here, one. The Manjari is seeing, the Manjari, that means you, Manjari, any Manjari, it's okay. Seeing how the beautiful gopis rush out to meet Krishna, leaving their milk or cooking rice, etc., boiling away on their stoves, and leaving their husbands behind, their parents, their homes, and everything to run to see Krishna, who is calling them with his flute. His flute is saying, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here. Eat her out. Eat her out. Meow, meow. Krishna is calling them. So the Kinkari sees the wonderful passion of the gopis when they're rushing out for the rendezvous with Krishna. The gopis are in their passion and attachment and loving ecstasy. The gopis are forgetting their bodies, their homes, their moral codes, and they're painting a beautiful picture here of their sweet passion. This is not some fanciful story, but it's a description of a genuine spiritual experience. Because the Nityaparisads of Krishna in the spiritual world are called Ragatmika. Ragatmika. Atmika means me, myself, my mind, my Atma. And Rag means colored with an intense passion and attachment. Colored like red, blue, yellow. Colored with an intense passion and attachment to whom? To Krishna. So when there's attachment and affection, attachment and love, then it's followed by surrender, seva, dedication, and affection. So all these are part of the qualities, the heartly and mental qualities of gopis. So this is a description of a genuine spiritual experience. They're experiencing the flute of Krishna is acting as a vivav udipan, an excitement of the love that's always in their heart. They're always loving Krishna in amorous mood, and they're waiting for an opportunity to express that amor at any given time of the day. They just need some signal, some indication, some invitation, some connection with Krishna, and they're on their way. So he played the flute and said, hey, come on. What's taking you so long? I'm waiting. Okay, that's because they're on a boom, high gear, 100-yard dash. So the Leela goes on. There is nothing more beautiful and sweet in the whole world than this. It is so sweet, this passionate Ragavnika Bhakti of the gopis, that it can control even Sri Govinda himself. With the blue lotus flowers of their glances, the gopis are painting the sky blue. So we wonder why the sky blue. The 5-year-old kid always asks the mother, "Oh, Mommy, why is the sky blue?" "You don't know? That's the glances of the gopis." That's the mothers in Gopi Bab. The mother's a Sakha. The mother's a Sakhirati. That's Krishna's color reflected from his body. But this is a proper Brijvasi mother. So she favors Radharani's side. Oh, this sky is blue. Why is it blue? Because it's the blue lotus eyes, so the gopis have painted it blue. So they're looking around, where's Krishna? Where's that blue coming from? No, it's coming. They're looking that way. The whole sky is becoming painted blue. Of course, it's nighttime, but that's what the described. And there are millions of such beautiful gopi eyes in Braj. It is as if the waves of their playful glances are wandering around looking for Krishna, Vamshidhari, Vamshidhari, Krishna Murari, Tomavina Dukari, Apujai, Swami Bhajo. That's Mirabai Bhajan, Mirabai, and Virabha from Dwarkadish, Giridhari Lal. She's kind of interesting. They call Krishna Giridhari, who's Rajlila, and she worships Krishna as Dwarka, as the queen of Dwarka, so she's really got a lot of mixture rasas there. But she's recognized and glorified as a great rasic, pure Vaishnavi of Krishna, no doubt. We went to our Bhajan Kutia, remember? That guy was really excited to tell us all about Mirabai. The Radha Damodar Temple. The Radha Damodar and Shaji Mandir. Mirabai Kunj, it's called Mirabai Kunj, I think. So Krishna is stealing the hearts of the gopis, and he's stolen the jewel of their minds from their hearts. Now he's run away, and the waves of the gopis' eye glances are acting like searchlights looking for the thief. The thieves always steal in the nighttime. So Krishna went out at nighttime at 12 o'clock at night, played his flute to do his theft. Like every UP chore comes at night, 12 o'clock. So he's out each chore. Comes at 12 o'clock at night, everyone's sleeping. The husbands are sleeping, he steals their wives right out from underneath their nose. And they're snoring and making too much noise. So the cousin wakes up and says, "What I didn't see you next week?" "Oh, I'm sleeping in the living room. You're making too much noise snoring." Okay. The worst. They're cowardmen, they're a little slow, you know. Pashu booty. So their eyes are searchlights looking for the thief. Sure, Bhagavan. When the most valuable thing has been stolen from the safe in their wall, householder becomes very disturbed and runs out of the house trying to find his stolen jewels. In the same way, the gopis became totally bewildered when the jewel of their love for Krishna is stolen from the chamber of their hearts. They run out around frantically trying to find the thief. Okay, that's really good. Look at the catch that thief. Char! You go to Delhi, some old markets in Delhi, like Connaught Place or Carol Bagh, and oftentimes you go there regularly, you'll hear somebody yelling, "Chor, chor." If somebody comes to the market and steals a lady's gold chain, purse, and runs away, there's so many people you can't chase them. And they know how to run like rabbits through the crowd, you know. Thieves, you know, they run like by the time by the time it's stolen, you look, you just see a million people in front of it. And the guy already ran around the block, you can't even see him. You don't see anybody running. It's a great place for thieves. Vrindavan is a great place for Krishna's thievery. Lots of trees lie behind deep forests, caves in the mountains. You see a lady's pocketbook run in the cave. So he's there hiding under the trees in the bank of moon, playing his flute and calling all the gopis. Like how incomparable is the sweetness of the gopis following Radharani. By following Radharani, their beauty and sweetness increases even more. When the gopis run down the footpath following Radharani, it looks like a row of moons following a moon. If I wrote this sentence, I would have said, looks like a row of crescent moons following the full moon. Looks like a row of Ardhachandras following the Purnachandra. There's a big difference between a gopi and Radharani. All of them arrive on the bank of Yamuna in the circle of the Rasa dance. How wonderful is the beauty of Yamuna, where all kinds of flowers are blossoming. Kunda, Juti, Malati, Jati, Jasmine, Yasmin, Mandar. Soft breeze is carrying drops of Yamuna water, and the fragrance of these flowers scents the whole forest, making it even more delectable and celestial than Indra's heavenly gardens. The bees are agitated by the fragrant flowers and swiftly buzz around them. So I guess the bees are working overtime. Usually the bees quit work at sunset, but these bees they're greedy bees. They want to work, they're doing night shift also. Because when Krishna plays the flute, all the flowers start blossoming even at nighttime, which they usually aren't. Because Krishna's flute is more powerful than the rising sun, so it has the same effect on the flowers as the rising sun. Everything reverses its nature. When Krishna plays his flute, all of nature reverses nature. Don't sleep. Confirmed. When Krishna plays the flute, all of nature reverses its characteristic. Through Lakshana. Rivers flow to the ocean. When Krishna plays the flute, they flow back to the mountain source. When Krishna plays the flute, the flowers are closed because their natures are closed at sunset. When he plays his flute, they open up. So everything acts. Birds are quiet at night, they choop at night. They're meditating on sleeping at night. When Krishna plays the flute, they all start singing and chirping. So this is what's happening here. The flowers are all blooming because of the flute playing. And so it's very delightful, fragrant flowers are scenting the air. Bees are going crazy, drinking honey, getting intoxicated. And blooming flowers are floating on the Yamuna like lilies, lotuses. A full moon is shining in the sky, showering Vrindavan with Soma Ras, nectar. The Manjari is seeing, so we should also see as we meditate, see millions of lotus flowers growing in a circle of rasa dance. So this metaphor comparing the lotus gopis to lotus flowers. So in the circle of rasa dance, the it's a circle of gopis, not a circle of flowers. It's not a wreath of flowers. It's 2 billion gopis in the Rasa dance. Bhagavad Puran says Maharaj dance 2 billion gopis. I don't know who counted, but that's what it said. So these gopis are not fixed in one place like an ordinary lotus. These lotuses are moving, and they're shuffling gopis' lotus feet. When this vision, which is like a bright lightning strike of Radhika's mercy, disappears from the eyes of the meditating sadhaka, the meditating sadhaka will humbly pray, "Alas, aho, when will I be so fortunate to see the gopis' sweet meeting with Krishna in the Rasa dance?" That's something to hanker for. Everyone hankers for so many things. I want this, I want to get this, I want to get that. I want to see this movie, I want to see this site, I want to see this pilgrimage site, this place on my bucket list. I have to see this place before I die. But for the sadhakas, what's on their list of desirable things to see is a vision of the Ras Leela with Krishna Gopi, on the banks of the Yamuna. That's what he desires to feast his or her eyes on. So this verse is describing a meditation, different description of the Prem Ashraya Gopis, the Vibhav Ashraya, and the Stairati and Madhurati, and their glances are Anubhavas and shuffling of feet is Anubhava, the expression of their hearts, like the different aspects of Rasa are pointing at you. So there's some points in the Tattva, points of Tattva in the commentary by Srimati Radharani, which we'll review. When we chant the Kam Gayatri or Gopal mantra, every Diksha mantra of a Thakurji or Devata has a Bija mantra. There's the mantra, there's a Bija, which is the seed of the mantra. The Bija actually opens up the Bija. Bija mantra is like a key to open up the treasure chest of the mantra, following that Bija. So we worship Durga or Yogamaya. The Bija mantra for Durga or Yogamaya is Rim, H-R-I-M, Rim. And the mantra for Saraswati is Aim, A-I-M, but it's Aim. And the mantra for Radharani, Sita, Lakshmi is Shreem. So the mantra for Krishna, Narayan, Vishnu Tattva, all Vishnu Tattva, whether it's Gauranga, Advaita, Mahavishnu, Nityananda, Balaram, or Gauranga, or Krishna, or Ramchandra, is Kleem. So this Kleem Bija mantra is packed up in Krishna's flute. This Bija mantra is packed up in the sound, in the swara, in the Venuswara, Venuswara, Vamshi Nad, or Krishna's flute is the Kam Gayatri. It is the Kam Gayatri, but specifically the Bija mantra of the Kam Gayatri. This is described by Prabhodananda Saraswatipad in his mantra Artha Deepa. It's called Kam Gayatri Vyakya or something like that. His explanation of the Kam Gayatri by the same author, Prabhodananda Saraswati. So understanding that, so Nana's Babaji is speaking that here. He's saying this unclear, sweet flute song of Krishna is just like an attractive mantra which causes the calm beast to vibrate. And this sentence is taken from the Karttika commentary of Vishnu Chakravarti on the beginning of the Rasa dance, verse number 2, chapter 29. He says in the commentary there, Jagokalam Vamajisham Manoharam. The Jagakalam, the music of the flute, attracts all the minds of the gopis, Vamajisham, the eyes of the contrary gopis. It stole their minds and hearts. So then he explains, he cites, Jiva Goswami also comments also. He says the word kala means unclear sound. So Jagakala is unclear, the flute sound is unclear. So the kala refers to the first two syllables of the Kamgaji. Kalakara, Makara, like this. It's the bija mantra of the Kamgaji. So as Krishna is playing the flute, Jiva Goswami says, each note of the flute that's coming out of his flute is like a bana. Like it says, Kamade has Pushpa Bana. The Kamgaji has a mantra, Pushpa Bana, which is a name for Cupid. He has Pushpa Bana. He has 5 flower, Panch Pushpa Bana, 5 flower arrows. Rupam Gandha Sparsha, Shabda, etc. Rasam. It's still one of the arrows is his form, one of the arrows is his fragrance, one of the arrows is his voice, one of the arrows is the taste of his lips and tongue and Mahaprasad, the other arrow is the touch of his lotus hand. So all those 5 arrows are following the bija. The bija invokes Cupid. The Kam Bij is a bija of erotic love. The seed of erotic love, the seed which fructifies in full-blown amorous leelas, is klim. So this klim was repeatedly vibrating Krishna's flute. Klim, 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 klim. With every note of the flute, klim, the mantra klim was being sent through the airways. And that mantra klim carried with it not only the personification of Cupid or Kandharva, but it carried with 5 arrows for Cupid. Form, smell, taste, rupam, etc. That's what is said by Jiva Goswami. So in this way, he's calling the gopis for the rasa dance. Then he quotes a verse from Mahanidhi Babaji to describe what is the power of this flute. It seems like it's just music. Venu Nad, Vamshi Nad, Vamshi Swara. But he said, Rupa Goswami says, Krishna's flute is a thunder, like Indra's thunderbolt. It smashes mountains. What are the mountains it smashes? It smashes, breaks up the mountains of the gopis' patience. They get agitated, lose their cool, get disturbed, get attracted. Or this wind coming from the flute, Krishna is blowing air into the flute, and the air is acting as a powerful tornado. The wind coming out of that flute is like a powerful tufan tornado to blow on the flames of the gopis' lusty desires. The lusty desires are always smoldering like coals in the hearts of the gopis. When Krishna plays his flute, it's like somebody turns a fan on speed 5 above the coals. And pretty soon the coals get whipped up with the air and start bursting into flame. So that's what happens. That's what he wants to happen. So the flute is his greatest assistant. Secret weapon. This is laser beam, iron candle, laser beam, all kinds of modern weapons have now. they're using to knock off each other. Laser beams that knock off airplanes out of the sky and stuff. It's happening. They're using it in Israel. I saw on Facebook. They shoot a laser beam in the air, it blows up a plane. So the guy in the plane can see, the last thing he says before he blows up, I see the light. I saw the light, I am Brahman, boom. So he goes out with a bang, literally. So the question is asked oftentimes, were there manjaris in the Ras Leela? How do you say no? You guys are afraid to raise your hand. The answer is yes, they were there. What's the Praman? What's the proof? Utkali Kavalari by Rupa Goswamipad. Verse 42. Utkali Kavalari from Stavamala. It's one poem from Stavamala. He describes the manjari saying, "O Radharani, when I be at the Rasa dance and see Krishna whisk you away from all the gopis." So to describe that scene, manjari must be there. And there's also other references also. That's the main one that Natas includes. Because if you read the ancient poems of the great Rasik Janas in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, Chandidas, Vidyavati, I don't know necessarily they're Gaudiya Vaishnavas, but great Rasik Vaishnavas, worship Radha and Krishna, like Jayadeva Goswami, Vidyavati Chandidas, and Bilvamangal Thakur, they all describe the mood of the Sakhis, the Sakhis of the Rasa dance. But then Natas Babaji makes a statement in this part of answering the question where manjaris in the Rasa dance. So in other words, Chandidas, Vidyavati, Jayadeva, all the ancient poets and Vaishnavas describe the mood of the Sakhis and the presence of the Sakhis in Rasa dance. That's how it is understood. So Ananta says, what is the difference, the exact difference between a Sakhi and a manjari? This was not revealed to the world before the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the acharyas of his sampradaya. For example, Rupa Goswami has clearly described Manjari Bhav and Manjari Seva during the Rasa dance, and how this position of Manjari and Seva is superior and more confidential than the Sakhi Bhav. In terms of social hierarchy, Vrindavan's social hierarchy, Sakhis, Priyanarma Sakhis, Priya Sakhis, etc., are in a higher social category than Kinkaris, Dasis, and Manjaris. Lita and Vishaka and Asasakis, they're higher, supremely fortunate. They're Yuteshwaris, group leaders, and have their own Astamanjaris under each one of them. But that's in terms of social hierarchy, in terms of respect, society respect. They're higher. But in terms of intimacy and access to the pastimes, intimate pastimes of Radha Krishna, the manjaris are higher. Because where the Sakhis have to go out of the kunj, when the Sakhis leave the kunj, the manjaris enter the kunj. So when the Sakhis, their seva is completed, they can't go beyond that point, beyond that degree of intimacy. They don't have the adhikar, or the acceptance by Radharani, or the trust of Radharani to go that far. They say, excuse me, I gotta go now. They go, and then Rupa Manjari, Tulsi Manjari enter inside. So that's why Nada is saying that this Manjari Bhav and the position of a Manjari and Kinkari, it was never revealed before to Lord Chaitanya. That's why Manjari Bhav's Sakhi Bhav has been there with Neem Barkacharya 1,000 years ago, and Jayadeva Goswami and all these poets. It's not a new thing, Sakhi Bhav. But Manjari Bhav, Kinkari Bhav is a new thing, the sole contribution and introduction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this point is repeatedly mentioned by Anantas to establish the unique aspect and contribution of our sampradaya. So, Anantas, she quotes a bhajan by Vidyavati to describe Radharani's Abhisar running to the rasa dance. Wherever Radharani's footsteps are placed, lotus flowers start blooming. Wherever the effulgence of her body radiates, at that place appears waves of electric lightning. That's pretty good. Bijuri Taranga. Bijuri in Hindi they say Bijli, Bijli, Bijli. Electricity is Bijli. Bijuri, Bijuri, this is Bengal or British Rasta or something. Bijuri Taranga. What a wonderful golden girl. I saw it enter my heart. Whenever she opens her eyes, whenever Radharani opens her eyes, lotus flowers become manifest. Whenever Radharani smiles, nectar gets distributed everywhere. Wherever Radharani casts her crooked glances, Cupid shoots hundreds, thousands of arrows. Kutila Karttika Madanas Kutila Karttika Madana Saralaka. You think of Kutila means Radharani's sister-in-law. Kutila means crooked because she has kinky hair. Kutila has kinky hair, like wavy hair, you know, like frizzle, or like goes like out this far or something. she is a sight to behold. Kukila. She's married to, who's she married to? Kukila, I don't know. I don't know who she's married. So, the text of the side, the crooked glance of Radharani released lakhs of Madan Sara. Madan Sara means arrow, and Madan means Cupid. Lakhs of arrows. So when Krishna gets shot with those arrows, he's finished. So that's the end of the song. That's why we love it. Read the translation again, a different version of it. See what kind of poetic genius comes out of this one. He titled this verse 90 of Radha Ras Sudhanidhi. The sweetness of Radha's girlfriend, Sakhis, dancing behind her. Every step is a dance in the spiritual world. By the rippling waves of playful glances, making all directions dark like blue lotus flowers, by their firm breasts oscillating to and fro, as if rows of golden hillocks between small mountains are swaying in midair, by placement of footsteps in the rasa stali, arena of the rasa, makes the earth look like roses. Running quickly, dancing closely behind Sri Radha, I meditate on all the Braja damsels. Dancing closely behind Radharani. I guess by dancing their way to Krishna, they're getting prepared to dance in the rasa dance. That's the way every step is a dance. So Radharani said, let's dance, girls. They'd run down a footpath dancing down a footpath. That's exciting. So we'll go on and read text 91. Radha Ras Sudhanidhi. This verse describes Radharani's beauty in the Rasa dance. We heard about the beauty of the Sakhis running behind Radharani and Abhisar to meet Krishna Rasa dance. This is the beauty of Radharani herself when she gets to the Rasa dance. What does Krishna see when he first sees Radharani arriving in the Rasa style? Drisho Tvai Rasambuddha Madhura Minavat Brahmayata Stano Tvai Sudasaras Yaha Chakravak Eva Eva who comes Suratrangani Tvai Vikasi Hemambujam Milantu Mai Radike Tavakriva Tranga Chata. Translation. Oh Sri Radhike, your eyes are like frisky fish. Frisky fish. Means like chancho. Swimming around in an ocean of ras. Aha! Your breasts are like two chakravaka birds, which are two red geese. You can look up on your mobile phone on Google search Chakravaka and it shows a picture of it. They're geese. They float in the water and paddle around like ducks. They also swim in the air and they're big. But the thing is, the shape of they have the neck and then this part of the body, like from the neck down to their belly or wherever underneath where their feet are, it's kind of bulbous. It's bulbous in shape, and they have reddish brown feathers. So it looks like the shape of a woman's breast covered with kumkum. That's why women's breasts are often compared to Chakravaka birds. And Chakravaka birds, unlike all birds, some birds are living by themselves, but Chakravaka birds are always side by side. The male and female are never only separated at nighttime because they are cursed by a sage. Sage was meditating under a tree at night, and these two lovebirds, literally, these two Chakravaka birds were making out, or kissing or whatever, making noise. And he cursed and he said, "You guys are disturbing me. I curse you to be separated from your husband every night." So then they wouldn't be swooshing around every night. So you'd be peaceful, you know. Nice curse. How's husband follow brahmacharya, you know? Keep the butter in the freezer and the gas in the stove. You bring the butter on the stove that melts. So when I gave brahmachari classes in ISKCON, you used to say, brahmacharis are butter and women are a stove. Chula. So bring the butter too close to the stove, then it melts. It's a funny analogy. So keep the butter in the freezer. That's good, you should stay in the freezer. Come out for breakfast and go back in the job. So that's why Chakravaka, because they're always together, and the shape and the color and the fact they're always together, like a woman's breasts, they're always together. There's always two. They're always together. And when they put kumkum on the top, they look red in that shape like that. Look, that's if you ever wonder why this analogy of Chakravaka. When you look at the bird, it's like these modern freighters, ocean liners. In the old days, a boat was like this, was pointed like this. But the engineers, nautical engineers, found out this isn't aerodynamic. So they put a nose on the bottom of the boat. It goes like this. There's like a bulbous, it looks like a gumdrop. It's a round projection in front of the boat, which breaks the ocean waves, reduces the drag on the hull of the boat. So you save money and go faster. Interesting point. So, so you wonder, so this is a comparison I got. So they look like, so they're always floating together in a lake, and they have that reddish brown color and the shape. So the poet is saying, your breaths look like two chakavakas floating in a nectar lake of your body. Oh, Suratarangani. Surata means the heavenly planets, and the river, Rangani means river flowing. The river that flows there is a form of a Ganga. It's called Suratarangani Ganga. But Suratarangani is also an interesting word, because Surata is a Sanskrit word which means erotic enjoyment. Surata. But Suratarangani, it means waves of the Ganga and heavenly planets. So they say, Radharani, you're like a Suratarangani. It's translated here, they say you're a Ganga river or a lady enjoying love. So the real meaning is that. It's a glorification of Radharani. So he says that Mukam, your face is beautiful and blue is blooming like a golden lotus, so Hemambujam. And then he's praying that the waves of Radharani's mercy will splash over him. So we're also, of course, in that mood of praying to Radharani, glorifying Radharani's Nam, Rup, Gun, Lila, and praying for a wave of her mercy. Like people get on a surfboard and they catch one big wave, they ride all the way to the beach. You get a wave, you can ride right up to the beach, get on your board and walk home. Like you finish the day of surfing, we used to do that, sport or play or whatever it's called. You get a wave, when you go get one, you turn around, go back, get another, go back and forth. You get tired, you take one, you pull right over the sand, jump up, pick it up. You just stop moving, the wave carries you, and you go up to the beach, you get off the board, pick it up, and keep running your car and go home. So the devotee is praying for a wave of mercy. Radhike Tava Kripa. Please give me a Taranga, a wave of your mercy. So that's word for word. And I think we'll describe the points of the purport. And there's no Leela in this purport, just the points are described by Nanadas Babaji. So we'll describe those points tomorrow, points of Tattva, and for understanding, verse 91 tomorrow. Radha Ras Sudhanidhi ki Jai. Prabhodananda Saraswatipad ki Jai. Nanadas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Jai Sri Radhe.